Welcome back to Doominbottle Let's Plays. Last time we gave the Typhoon to Pritchard, and we're about to head back to get debriefed on everything. One cool thing you might notice is there is a reference to Final Fantasy 27 here in the future, with blades coming out of her shoes. I never actually noticed that, and apparently Pritchard must be a pretty big fan. This is made by Square Enix, so they do have the rights to Final Fantasy. It's just a nice little nod, considering we're, Final Fantasy 14 now? We're Final Fantasy 14 already. And, 15 now, actually. 15's coming out soon, isn't it? So, only need 12 more and make them once every year or two, so it's not too unbelievable it would be up to 27. Heck, that could even be an oldie. In this distant future. Sorry. Did I ever mention this game looks really pretty? I go to talk about how the game looks really pretty, and you block my view. You're a bad person, and you should feel
I'm telling you, Hugh. He might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Here's where it switches back,
How you feeling?
because he's going to comment on
done here.
how I've actually done, and you can't do that in pre-rendered cutscene, unfortunately.
Getting her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking?
So what is up?
Letting him
Whenever he
slip
gets
away
mad, he
like
starts
that?
doing that weird
Sent you in there to take care of
karate
things.
chop-esque thing. I don't
And I
know
did.
why. He just
The
does.
Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Well, maybe they didn't like being held off so long at the plant.
Is that my head of security speaking? Or the ex-cop? Listen, Adam, I don't want to squabble about this. I need you to get to the bottom of it. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Boss, what you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Look, Adam. You know the
Karate
police never
chops.
fully investigated that first attack, don't you?
Yes, but
Nervous
But
twitch
nothing.
with him whenever he gets
We lost
frustrated.
a lot of good people,
It
top
irks
people.
me so much.
And I'm beginning to think Detroit PD doesn't give a damn. Someone is pulling strings to keep us in the dark.
and in your world, the ends justify the means.
My world is your world, Adam. And if getting that neural hub illegally will show us who's behind these attacks, and maybe even help us go after them, yeah, you're damn right it does. So get going.
Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
You can find out about the rewards, which in the task itself, I'm just going to accept it because pretty much the basic idea is talk to Tyndall, get him to give it to you back.
All right. Tell me more.
That's about it. It's a very simple quest. It's a little more complicated than that.
I thought I was done
thanks
for.
to having to go to his apartment right
The
there.
security footage will probably
and then
be on his
talking to him
apartment
later.
computer. Meet me
But
in
it's
front of the
fairly
subway
simple
station
once
parking
you
lot
start
once you get a
learning
hold
to
of
do
it.
So, my next upgrade I'm probably going to
here.
get is going to be, oh, that's why I'm walking slow. Actually, I hit the walk button instead of the run button. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. I feel really smart there. But I will be probably getting, there's one that lets you do double melee takedowns, which will be very useful in the side quest. Because there's a 2-on-1 fight you have to get into. So.
This whole thing just
And out we go, out into the wild, great world, where we'll hit another side quest 2 seconds out of walking out the door. Not even. You won't even get a chance to. You literally will do this. This is Megan's mother.
Mrs. Reed?
Oh, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is
I
where
love
you
the
work.
fashion sense. I
but
really,
to me,
really do.
This is
Like,
also the place
it's like
where
your
I
normal
was
everyday
born.
sense, except there's this very light, subtle look around their outfits. You can see like flowers and not clothing.
I know what you mean.
Plants on
It's
his.
never been the same for me.
It
either.
looks
I
nice.
guess
It has a nice
it's
look
not
to
meant to
it.
be easy.
Definitely looks
It seems
fancy.
there's just no
I don't know why
right
your
way
head of
to deal
security
with
needs a
something
fancy
like
coat,
this.
but hey, if you're
And
gonna
I
have a
can't
fancy
even
coat,
begin
make it
to
a subtly
imagine how
fancy
things
coat.
have been
That way
for
you can
you.
still stealth.
After all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months
And right
ago.
here, you can choose
over
to
how
say
much
the
they
most infamous line from this
changed
game,
you.
which
At
is,
first, I
you can
couldn't
respond
even
as
believe you
resentful.
were still alive.
And the line is, I
How do
never
you
asked for
handle all of
this.
this?
Which is pretty much, you're like, I never asked to be augmented, and I never wanted to be. But I say I don't have a choice, so I'll deal with it. But it's like, I can understand having that attitude, but not so much in the way he says it. It's just like, a bit whiny in it. I mean, you got shot in the face and you're alive. I know, yeah, now you're sort of Darth Vader now. Half of your body's a machine. But, come
I
on,
did what they had to do to save me.
be optimistic a little
And
bit.
in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so
A bullet to
well.
the face will solve
Many
that.
of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan.
Or what?
About what
Investigation
happened to
didn't
her.
happen.
Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more.
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been.
You know,
or
again,
have a
another
chance to
random
ask
thing
her
I'm
about her
noticing.
day.
They don't really do the F sound with their
Stolen
lips
from
too
me.
much.
However
Again,
unjustified
little
this
things.
all
It's just
is,
how
I still want to know why
big
it happened.
of a
I can
deal.
see why she loved you.
when you do
Not
that
even
good
that
lip
degree
sync
of
with
mechanical
talking,
modification could
and then
change what
you
she
miss
saw
like just
in you.
one little thing. I'm gonna
Please.
accept
Will you help me find out what
because
really
hey,
happened to her?
we're going to the police station anyways. There's no reason not to pick it
I
up.
never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you.
Which is nowhere near the
This
police
means
station.
the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good.
Yep.
He works part-time
Which
as
is
a
right
security
near where
guard
Tyndall
in an
lives,
apartment
which we
building
need
on
to go to
Brooklyn
apartment, so
Court.
completely in the same
I'll be waiting for you
ballpark.
in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the
So
case.
pretty much the way
I
I'm
don't
going to do
really
this is
know
I'm
the
going to try to do
details.
both of the side
Maybe
quests
he'll
while I
tell you
can.
more.
I'm on it.
Or all three of them actually, because well, two of them are side quests. One is go to the limb clinic, and there's no reason not to go to the limb clinic. So I'm going to do that, and then further on we'll actually go hit the main storyline. Because hey, side missions are fun. The first thing I'm going to do is actually hit one of the main missions, which is he told us, hey, you should totally go to the limb clinic. But before I do that, I'm going to go right over here to this guy with the gun. Hello, sir. In here, you actually have Grayson. He is an arms dealer, which means you can also sell junk. Which, as said, I'm
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy
only
you want to
using-
deal
only
with.
use one gun, which is the Magnum up here, which you can actually look and see its maximum power upgrade, everything like that, and what other little things can be added onto it, which is pretty cool. And I can go over here and I can sell my ammo because again, I'm not using it. And just sell junk. Wish there was a sell all button. That would be really nice. Those are all really good to have. You might notice I did just buy a damage upgrade modification for a weapon. Oops, let's not pull the gun out in the gun guy's face. That is because I am going to upgrade my Magnum to the best I can get it before the first boss fight, because it just makes things simpler when you can just point it at someone's face and pull the trigger and suddenly their face is gone. The best way to make money off of this guy here is you run into a number of people with weapons. It is better to get one weapon, bring it back, sell it, because the weapon itself sells for much higher than the ammunition ever does. So it's always a great idea to, hey, oh cool, I killed a guy with a shotgun. Grab their shotgun, run back, sell it, go grab the other one. It's a little more time consuming, mind you, but it does really help things out. And right here we get a look of a limb clinic. These are the ones who do the augments and get you the neuropazine to make sure that your body doesn't reject it. One cool thing, or more disturbing thing about this is that before the game came out, they actually had a website up for Seraph Industries, a working website about here's the augments and all that.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be on neuropazine shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond
Right here they're
between
going to
tissue
chat
and
about
electrode
the
seems to be getting stronger.
fact that your
So I'm free to
augments
go?
are not fully upgraded.
Well,
But,
Mr.
yeah,
Sheriff
they had a
did
website
ask
up,
me to
and the
discuss
website actually got
another
jacked
topic
by
with you.
Purity First.
You are aware
I know, it
that
sounds
several
familiar, right?
precautionary measures
Including
had to
uploading
be
a
put
number of
into place
videos
during
to
your
real life
first
actors
surgery.
and
Not all of my
actresses
implants were switched on.
acting
I know.
like this is all
The
real,
damage
which is
caused
so
by the hematoma
interesting.
had to be taken
It's definitely
into
not
account.
for the
Your brain
faint
needs
of heart
time to
or
recover,
stomach.
to get used to the
Because
mechanical neural
it is
processors
very,
and turn them on naturally over
very
time.
boring.
Cut to the chase, Doc.
It is still
What
up.
is Seraph
You
on?
can actually go
He
view it
feels
on,
that you might be
just
ready
Google
to
Seraph
speed up the
Industries.
activation process using special software known as Praxis Kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to
You
kick
can go
in
look it up,
naturally anymore?
but
You
it
can,
shows some of
if
that.
you
You get to see
prefer.
Seraph's website,
But
which
Mr.
is
Seraph
and you also
did
get to
make
hear
a
this guy,
generous
which you'll
donation to
hear
William
around,
in
like,
your
if you're near
name,
radio, who's
thus
this
ensuring that
conspiracy
Praxis
theorist who's like,
software
oh, I have all
with
this
your
evidence, blah, blah,
particular
blah.
neural
You know, one of the
enhancement
ones you're
would
used to
always
hearing.
be available to you and you
And
alone. Please.
I have enough to actually buy both of them. Holy credit. man, do I have enough to play these? These are amazing for melees because it just 3 cells of energy, 3 cells of punch. That's 3 takedowns. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see here. Here we go. Sneaky
Very well.
punch. Is this it? Reflex booster. Take down multiple points. Yes, that's it. There we go. Now I can knock out 2 people at once. Woo! But yeah, it is absolutely amazing because you get even his conspiracy theories, because the way Deus Ex works actually fits really, really well into the lore and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. David's like, oh, I need to go do the main quest. I'm ignoring him. So,
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance on the side of the building.
right here, you get to meet with Detective Chase.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
Yeah,
I'll try to take
'cause
that
I
as a
have,
compliment.
superpowered sunglasses.
She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's
Which-
case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a
Maybe it's
mess.
me,
Total
but-
pissing match.
They're-
We had the
these
feds on our
sunglasses
ass, orders from
reflect
3
really
different
weirdly.
departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in the prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some
Oh
procedures were
my goodness,
overlooked.
that's terrible.
You got that right. I mean,
Absolutely terrible.
you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case,
Chet
Chet
Wagner.
Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy.
He's not a nice person.
And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's also always better to hack something that is to use
And,
code, because you don't get XP
please.
for using a code.
Don't bother coming back here with details.
Even,
Don't get me wrong,
if
I'm
you
glad
can
to
figure
help.
it out,
But the less I know
it's-
about this
you get
case,
no XP
the
for it, which
better
again
I'll
is another
feel.
thing that irks me a little bit. It's like, just because I found an
That's all I
alternate way
need
of
for
getting my
now.
information instead of hacking it, I actually get punished, which is a very, very odd thing. Because you think, oh, you got an alternate way, especially with how hard this game hammers the, ooh, you can, make choices. But really, if you want XP, the only choice is hack everything. Hack everything until there's nothing left to hack.
This city is one big gutter.
And even here, you've got multiple ways of getting in. Of course, I'm just going to hack the door because, hey, free XP. But there's so many different ways of getting through places that it's just... Oh my god, that was quick. That's really quick. I need to spam quickly. Freeze. This is a stop worm, so you can actually freeze the timer as everything goes to crap in a handbasket. 2, 1. Whoo! Got it. Okay. Yeah. Very, very careful on that, because I hate doing that. Because if you set it off wrong, then you're in trouble. Because alarms go off and, everything's terrible. You get the idea. So, here we go. Is the try.
Access granted.
Oh, that is something I forgot to mention. You've probably seen me actually randomly clicking the first node you start out on, and you see it go yellow. That's actually a thing you can do and augment called, let's see if I can look at exactly what it's called. Hacking. It's not, nope. I'm just not going to remember anything in my... No, I'm not. Okay, whatever. You can actually augment it so it works a little bit better, but it gives you a little more time. If you start getting caught, the first thing you should always do is do that. You should just... it will increase your hacking time. That's what I'm trying to say. Increase your hacking time. Yeah, this guy is very much so here for Tyndall, because he needs more neuropazine because he's augmented, and he doesn't have any way.
This is the spot, man. You're going.
Yeah, you saw me. Congrats. Speaking of the word shotgun, that was one of the guys I was actually meeting, where you can just take your shotgun and run off with it, which I plan to do. I'm just going to book it out here because there's not much else in the building for right now. I probably will double back to it a little bit later, but right now there's nothing worth caring about. Okay, so you go there, and yes, let's do slow runs. Where are you? I don't remember where you went. Oh, yeah, he's right here. Here's Tyndall. And you can talk to him.
Jensen? What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad. I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right?
Yeah.
I understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop. But trust me, you shouldn't always take things at face value. I'm not selling the neuropazine, I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it.
Why does everyone have that
everyone
twitch?
gets augmented by choice?
I'm gonna cry.
No.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna karate chop you.
And then
why does everyone have that
You're
twitch?
saddled with neuropazine injections for the rest of your life.
Why?
And that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug,
I never noticed that guy's hair
Rejection
before.
syndrome,
That is the
crippling
best
pain.
hair.
That just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped
understand,
up.
bro. But you're a jerk.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was
Just
waiting for
'cause
you in
it's a
your
good
apartment
thing
earlier.
Really?
Doesn't
In my apartment.
mean that you should always do it.
Dealers
without
probably sent
caring
him.
for him.
Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
So there's no reason not to.
Okay, I'll help.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
You're asking me to kill them.
Well, that's a bit drastic, isn't it? But it's your call, as long as you leave me alone. The important thing
Which
is
is
you
why I
need to
picked
take
up a
care
little bit
of
earlier
both of them.
the double takedown, and you will see exactly why in a few seconds after I run over here and sell my junk one more time. Because another one has a shotgun.
What's your...
Shotguns sell for, he sells for 180. Shotguns sell for about almost 1,000, 750. That is a lot of money. That is almost 1/5 of an praxis point, and those are worth every penny because they're a free level up. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make trouble because that's how I roll. There's tons of people in all these buildings. Actually, you can go around and explore them a bit and find exactly who you're looking for. Yeah, right here's the 2 pushers. And this is why I did it. 1, 2. Hey, free money. Hey, look. Free money. And another practice point. Okay. What to get. More hacking. Okay. Yeah, I love doing computer-based stuff in any game I'm in, so I always go down the hacking route, regardless of whether it's the best way or not. I've gotten myself in bad situations in many games because I invest way too much in hacking when I really shouldn't. But since I'm doing melee only and I've already got 2 of my most potent combat skills, until my next area, I might as well just upgrade my hacking. There's another one called the Icarus ability where you can actually jump off a building.
Look,
it'll slow you from falling.
If you want me to give you that security footage,
slow down
you're
so
going
you don't
to
take
have
fall
to
damage
get...
anymore, and you can hit the ground and blast it with
Taken care of the
electricity.
dealers. Now hand over the footage.
Thanks, Jensen. Listen, I know it's not something you did from the bottom of your heart, but still, you saved my ass.
Listen, Tyndall. I know your heart was in the right place. Augmentations are a complicated issue.
That's where you and I are different men, Jensen. You follow the rules, but fail to recognize that the rules are written by those in power. Me?
You can also
I'm
offer
willing
to help
do
him,
what has
but
to be done.
Tyndall is just such a jerk. I usually actually offer to help him, but I just could not bring myself to. I understand, the rules are there by who's in power, but it's their stuff. You gotta play them by the rules.
Did you get it yet? Adam, please. You have to get that security footage back.
I got the footage. You owe me one, Tim.
Yeah, you got that right, Jensen. I mean, thank
right
you
in front
so
of the
much.
police officer. He
This
has
is my
no
life
idea.
I just got back. Listen, I got a hold of a weapon mod.
Oh, yep, they're talking
it's not
about
much,
stuff.
But I figured
Good
a guy
job.
in your line of
Good
work
job.
could use it.
Listen, I know you were trying to do a good thing, and I respect that. But you should do it through proper channels. Next time you might not get this lucky.
Thanks again.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. I know you're right. Listen.
Strike a pose.
Thanks again.
Bye-bye. Okay, so he gave me, I believe, he gave me a laser targeting system, which is really nice. So you can combine that on your gun, and now your gun has a laser sight, which is awesome. So now I can actually aim decently when I actually go into my boss fights. Woo! I'm actually not a bad shot. I've actually done some pretty stupid shots in this game before. But we just finished our side quest. I'm selling a bunch of junk I don't need. And I believe next time we will be working on going to the
Be sure to
police station, finding out exactly what's going on with this investigation, and researching a little bit more into why